beginning to the end?
Well, regarding about that, I would say that if I watch movies on the internet, it will be annoying and irritating for me that I see ads. So I just skip the button and start to watch the movies that I want.
Okay, yeah. Is there much advertising in your country?
Yes, of course. One way that we can see it is through in the billboards. We have a lot of commercial there in the billboards on the roads. Apart from that, sometimes we can see it on uh, on the on the platforms like social media. Some of them are relatively quite many.
Yes. So, what kind of ads do you dislike?
Well, here in the Philippines, I don't like online ads because sometimes I get tempted of it. So uh, I just don't like it because I think it crushed my budget.
Okay, good. What do you think is the purpose of advertising?
As much as I know, I would say that it is to promote their product to gain profit of the business or companies. In addition to that, I think they want to have a loyal customers wherein uh, these consumers can go back to buy their products again.
Yeah, that's good. Um, should I continue, Miss Rita? Good answer. And Godfrey, you are muted. You are muted, Miss Rita. Should I continue?
Sorry
Ah,
about
you
that.
are.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can switch for now, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna give you also some activities after. And then we'll take Suprasad and Saeed as partners. So after you give questions, Godfrey, to Alice, then we will take the next pair. And then I'll get back to you.
Okay. Sorry. Hello. Good afternoon or good evening. I'm Godfrey Banco Jr. and I'm your IELTS examiner for your IELTS language test. Okay, can you please give me your full name?
My name is Alice Borja, and you can call me Alice.
Okay, Alice, let's talk about cinemas, okay? How often do you go to a cinema to watch a movie?
Honestly, before when I was young, I used to go to cinema because I have a lot of free time. But nowadays that I am a working mom, it's having hard. I'm having hard time to go to cinema. Maybe once in a blue moon. Every time that I have my free time, because I have a son who's millennial and he likes to go to cinema. So if I have my free time, we went by the whole family.
Okay, and what kinds of movies do you like best?
Okay, for me personally, I like those movies uh, with in love story. But since because it's I can relate. But nowadays, as I said to you, where I'm going in a movie once in a while because of my son. So we mostly watch movie that are for millennial, for those my sons like. But I'm enjoying these movies too.
Okay, and does it affects your life about these movies?
Definitely in my younger times, if I watch love story, when I go out of the cinema, I feel like something I can relate, or I enjoy. I feel like I'm the hero, or I'm the actresses in the cinema. So I have the feeling of I enjoyed seeing that movie. But there are also sometimes that if the movies is dramatic, or something that is tragic, so I'm affected for a while, but I don't want to ruin myself thinking of that. So that's my reaction before. But since now I have different movie type of movie I'm watching, it's more about kids and more about millennials. So I'm just keep on enjoying it once I go with my once I'm going with my son. So I feel like I'm doing it and I'm enjoying it, and I'm having time to talk to my son regarding the movie that we watch. So it will be fine for me. I can adjust as long as my son is enjoying it and I too can enjoy it.
Okay, your last question.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see any changes about movie industry today?
Yeah, there's a lot of changes nowadays, because if I will compare from before is like I have seen a lot of I had seen a lot of moral issue or moral issues, or something that a uh, good good lessons for the viewers. But nowadays is it's something different. I have seen a lot of need of parental guidance from the adults, or for the kids, because I have seen that this time is more on um, there's more on danger, or something adventurous, of something. I feel like it's not good for the kids to some movies to be watched alone by the kids.
Okay, that's the end of your
Yes.
speaking part one. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good job, guys. So I apologize. I wasn't really paying attention. Like I said earlier, that I'd be setting up the live broadcast. So I can't give a feedback, or I can't give any recommendations, suggestions, or comments about your speaking. So I hope that's okay. But in the next round, I'll try to write down some words that I can comment on. Okay, let's take the next pair. Saprasad, Saeed, are you ready, guys?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm gonna ask Suprasad to be the examiner first. 3 questions to give to Saeed, and then after that, Saeed will do the same. Okay, and I'll get back to you guys, Alice and Godfrey.
All right.
Prasad, you can start now.
Now I ask you a question. Who is the examiner?
You are the examiner because you're gonna ask questions.
All right, sir. Okay, okay. Who is there?
Saeed.
Okay, Said. Hello, Said. Are you there? Are you listening me?
Saeed, I think he froze. Let's give him a little bit of time. It might be his internet. Saeed, can you move to a place, to a location where you're close to your internet modem or router? You're breaking up. Your signal is not good.
Yes, I am here. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. I ask you a few questions about the drinks. I took this question of Cambridge Book 17. What do you like to drink with your dinner?
Okay, well, in my country we have so many traditional drinks. One of the drinks which we cook during the dinner is the uh, some sort of juice which is made of the apple and with the date. And once we completed that dinner, we drink that particular uh, drink as a sweet because it boosts your energy level and also it helps you to get all the required supplement which your body needs.
All right. And next question. Do you drink a lot of water every day?
Yes, I do. I drink lots of water. I believe that I drink around two 2 liters in a day. Uh, the reason behind it is because in my country we have a very extreme weather, mostly in the summer. The temperature rises to around 40 to 50 centigrade. So to make ourselves hydrated, we need to drink lots of water.
All right. Do you prefer drinking tea or coffee?
Well, honestly, I don't like tea. That's why I prefer coffee. But mostly in the winter season, because I believe that if you drink coffee in the summer season, so it gives you more uncomfortable situation in terms of the body temperature increases. So that's why I drink coffee uh, in the winter season because I believe
Okay.
that it
Okay.
helps you
And the
to feel
final question in this topic, if people visit in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink?
Can you repeat it again? The last time.
Yes. Yes. Listen, please, carefully. If people visit in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink?
Okay. So whenever my family members are busy doing something, so we mostly offer them a cup of tea because it's helped them to reduce the anxiety level of the particular work, and at the same time it's also increases the nicotine level as well, so it boosts them to perform their task in more effective. Although nicotine is not a good thing for us, but but in our culture mostly people to share tea whenever they are doing something.
All right. You spoke very successfully. Back to the meeting.
Hey, Sayed, it's your turn now to be the examiner.
Okay, I will do it.
Candidate
Can we
is
start?
Uh, can I ask more question to Mr. Said, or you can ask me? Or actually, I'm nothing.
I think it's now my turn. I will ask you a few questions to
Okay,
you.
okay, okay. You can get. You can do. You can do.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Right.
So in part three, I will like to talk about the money. In your country, what do most people spend their money on, and why?
Actually, I cannot hear you properly. Your voice is
Okay,
fluctuated.
Okay, I'm saying I'm
Maybe the
repeating the
network
question
issue.
once again.
Or please, I request you, please switch off your phone. Sorry, ceiling fan. There is extra sound in your side. I already stopped my electric fan.
Okay.
Hello, are you
Can you
listening
hear
me?
audible now?
Yes, yes, yes. I remember I heard you listening.
Yeah,
Clear.
I can listen.
Okay.
Okay. My question is, in your country, what do most people spend their money on?
Well, I'm not an expert, but in my point of view, I think people spend a lot of money in the different way. Uh, First of all, they spend money to make a big house or high-rise building. Apart from that, some people also spend huge amount of money to purchase luxury items. But it's only possible for wealthy people. On the other side, poor people did not accommodate their demand to spend huge amount of money. Hello, hello.
Said's internet is not really working well, but
Exactly, exactly. I observed that.
yeah, it can happen to all of us. So, Said, are you okay? Let's just wait for a bit.
All
And
right.
then maybe we can ask one of the others to. Okay, now he's gone. Alice, will you be comfortable giving questions to Suprasad? 3 more questions, please, if that's okay with you.
Okay. Um, okay, Mr. Suprasad. Good
All right,
evening.
all right. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
This is the
But
remaining question.
first,
Yes.
first I ask you one question. Where are you from?
Suprasad,
Sorry, just wait.
Okay, 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 okay. Please continue. Please continue.
okay, continue.
Okay. Mr. Suprasad, you're asking me where I came from.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, I am from Philippines,
Okay, okay, okay.
but
Please continue
as of
right now.
now, I am not based there. Anyway, the remaining question that I have here, I will give it to you. Okay,
Okay.
my first question is, do you think people change every day?
Yeah, well, in my point of view, uh, people change their lifestyle almost every day. Use the electronic device, and as well as they also follow some social network. These things are greatly influence people's mind as well as their mood alongside their lifestyle.
Okay, why do you think adapting to change is difficult for some people?
Well, actually, I'm not an expert, but I think there are a few reasons people are unable to adapt some situation or some new things. Because some people are introvert, they feel uncomfortable to take new things.
Can anyone turn their phone off, please? Just put it on a silent mode.
Oh, sorry, there is someone called me, and I apologize for that.
It's okay, sir. You can proceed.
Okay. Could you repeat the question, please?
My question, sir, is why do you think adapting to change is difficult for some people?
Well, there are many reasons why some people are unable to adapt to new things. I think some people are extrovert. they feel uncomfortable to welcome new things. On top of that, some people also feel think that these things not for them.
Okay. Do you think change is good?
In my way of thinking, I think it's changing is always not good, being good result.
Okay. Last question, sir. What are some of these major changes that occur to people throughout their life? You can give some examples, sir.
Ma'am, could you repeat the question again?
My question is, what are the example of the major changes that occur to people throughout their life?
I think people always follow new, especially the using the technological device. People change their lifestyle. I think, for example, in these days, youngster generally follow the Western culture. By using they easily find a lot of information using the social media. In this way, they imitate the foreign culture, and in this also they are change their lifestyle.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you. You are most welcome.
Okay, now guys, thank you very much. Yeah, you did well. That's really
Thank you.
impressive how you are enthusiastic in speaking. And this is good because then we can practice, and it's always good to practice. Now, the
Yeah.
activity would be, I'll just ask you to introduce yourselves just briefly, because especially Godfrey and Alice, they're new. This is their first time. And Suprasad also, he'd been coming like every now and then, but I never get a chance to ask you to introduce yourself anyway. So what I want you to do, just tell us about yourself in 3 sentences so that we can focus.
Me?
No, not yet. I'll start with Godfrey, Alice, and Suprasad. But wait, I'll give you the instruction. So introduce yourself in 3 sentences. You can talk about, 1 sentence would be about your work or if you are studying. And then another sentence would be about your location. Where are you from? Like Suprasad asked Alice. Just briefly introduce yourself. And then the last one would be your goal in relation to IELTS. Is that okay?
All right.
All right, so I'll take Godfrey first, and then you have to unmute Godfrey.
Hello, everybody. I'm Godfrey Banco Jr., and I was working as a registered nurse here in the Philippines at San Juan de Dios Hospital in Pasay City. And I'm assigned as a medical surgical staff nurse. Well, I'm doing IELTS because it is one of my requirements in my visa processing, going to the country of USA.
Okay, good job. Nice. Okay, let's take Alice then. Thank you, Godfrey.
Good evening, everyone. As I said, I am Alice. I currently working in a hospital too as a medical technologist, and I am from Philippines, but I'm abroad right now. I'm taking this IELTS as same as Godfrey for requirements for my processing of visa also. And thank you so much for this tonight, and for Miss Rita for allowing me to be part of this webinar. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys. Now, Suprasad, your turn.
Well, my name is Shuprat Kumar Rai. I'm from Sylhet, which is the biggest city in Bangladesh. I'm a postgraduate in political science. Currently, I'm working in a school as a teacher. I have been teaching. Uh, my intention is go abroad for my further studies. So there is a requirement to uh, language skills, so that I'm trying to take part the IELTS.
Okay. Thank you, guys. And maybe I'll take a little bit of your time also. I'm going to introduce myself. I know you read about me because I
Yes.
wrote down on social media. But yeah, my official name is Maria Rita Palma Miles. Miles is my husband's name. And I'm an ESL teacher. I teach on OutSchool. This is an international online platform. And this platform hires only teachers who live in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. And so it just happened that I live in Canada. So I'm able to get hired on this platform. Okay, and my goal in terms of IELTS, it's not that it's not required of my job. It's just that, you know, you have this feeling that you want to validate yourself, whether which level are you in your English proficiency. So that's why I'm also not really preparing for a test. I'm just trying to familiarize the way IELTS goes. But
Yes.
I'm also considering in taking the test. Okay, so
Okay,
that's a
great.
little introduction. And what else? Now, okay, for the last round, I'm gonna ask each one of you to answer a cue card. This is the part 2 questions. Okay, so I think I sent already to Godfrey his cue card. And that is, let me see. Yours is describe a book you have recently read. And you should say what kind of book it is, what it is about, what sort of people would enjoy it, and explain why you liked it. So I think you can just speak right away because you already, yeah, I sent it to you a few minutes ago. So I assume you have prepared your thoughts already, Godfrey. Am I right? Or do you need 1 minute?
Okay. Okay.
I'll
Ma'am
set my
Rita, what
time.
about the timing?
Yeah,
Okay.
2 minutes. Yeah, I'll set the 2 minutes time for you. Okay, you can start now.
Okay. I want to talk a book recently that I read about, and it was an old-fashioned book, and it's named called James Bond, Casino Royale. Well, indeed, I was watching that movie a few years ago, but I want to know about the truth, what happened to it. So it is better for me to read this book. So this book has uh, has an action movie film wherein um, an agent would like to pursue about going the security systems of a casino, and they want to search. He want to search about the truth, what is going on about in this company, and actually, um, he found out that there are there are bad things happening in this place because there are murders, and of course casino is not only for gaming but also some source of drugs. And actually he was hired by this government agent wherein he could pass through the security system. To cut it short about this story, I read this book because it is fascinating for me. And
Okay,
my
that's it.
friends and family.
Time is up. Okay, just a moment. I can turn it off. Oh, I don't know why. All right. Okay, Godfrey, good job. I'm impressed with your expressions when you use those past tense. When you say he found out, you say he was hired, he could pass through the security systems. I guess you mentioned that. The only thing which is pretty common among us that we make mistakes is to be consistent in those tenses. Because, for example, you said there are murders. So
There were.
yeah, but
And
don't worry. That's I always make a mistake also without even knowing. And it's just that's why I created this platform so that we can be comfortable correcting our own mistakes. And the next time, hopefully, we can correct that. Okay.
All right.
So I think that's all about. I cannot comment, like, just to let you know, guys, maybe you are wondering, oh, he made a mistake of this and that, but she didn't mention. But if I have to mention everything, then I'll need 1 day or 24 hours to talk, for example, for all of you, not only for one person, right? And our time is limited here. So I just pick some, especially those common, so that I can also, it's not only for one person, but for everybody. All right, Alice, your turn. So you have your cue card already. And yours is describe an art exhibition. This is always a challenge for me. And I know that for a lot of students, because we are not very fond of arts. And well, I know there are some that are crazy about arts, especially those artists. Okay, when you saw this exhibition, where the exhibition was held, what was on display, and explain your expression of the exhibition. All right, so I'll set the timer and you can start speaking. All right, your time starts now, Alice, go.
Today I'll be discussing about an art exhibition that I was visited maybe 5 years back, because honestly I'm not into to all the I'm not used to go to the art gallery or some art exhibition. But this exhibition that I went through is it was exhibition happened in the place where I lived right now in Expo, Sharjah. What is in there is this is the theme is about the historical places, pictures of historical places in this area, and those memorabilia or memorable arts that they can show to the locals as well as to those expatriate like me, so that they can introduce their their places of what are the what are those those art that they can uh, give uh, pride of. I have seen that this exhibition, this art exhibition, is very interesting because in this platform
Okay.
they have shown the.
Alice, time's up.
Thank you. Sorry.
No problem. So I wrote down some. I like when you said that I went to. This exhibition that I went to. I'm impressed with the I went to because normally we just say that I went, but you know how to use your phrasal verb. I went to. So that's really nice. And yeah, you use about, I'm not used to go. That's also impressive, although I'll have a comment about that. And then you said pictures of historical places. Those are nice phrases too. Okay, so, but, and you said art in there. You said what is in there? I like that. But they have things in common in terms of mistakes because instead of using the past tense, you use present tense. And this happened in the past while you're talking about it, right? So you
Yes.
said,
No.
I'm not used to go, so I wasn't used to go instead. And this exhibition that I went to, that's correct. What is in there? So you can say what was in there or the things that were there, because I think we appropriately use the plural form of those items. Pictures of historical places in this area. You said in this area. You can just, instead of area, maybe you can say in this exhibition or in this event. Yeah, because area is more like just like a general thing. Okay. And there were also, when you said about pictures, and I thought like you could use art displays instead. Okay. Oh, in the beginning you said I was visited. Now I want you to correct that. How do you correct it? Because it's not correct. I was visited. The exhibition I was visited.
I
It's
had
correct
been.
in another, sorry, it's correct in another context, but in this case, when you use
I was visiting.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah,
visiting or in a
just
past
way.
tense, I visited
Correct. Yeah. It,
or
I
you
I
can
was
visited.
simply
visiting. If
say
we
I
are more
visited.
on I think advanced, I was visiting. So
Mhm.
pero
So
if
I was visiting is kind of like you're implying that there is a stretch of time. But I
yeah.
think in this case, it's a one-time.
Okay, I visited.
So you can just say,
I
I
visited.
visited. Yeah, the exhibition.
When I can use miss the I had been visited. I had been visited. Yeah? When can I had, yeah, because really I was poor in tenses.
I know.
So I want,
You
yeah.
really have to review your tenses. That's
If
it.
I think it is fast progressive ing plus the simple form of
There are
the verb.
rules when to
Yeah.
use that. There
Yes.
are rules. I have been visited. I
Yes,
have
yes.
And
You can
visiting.
also start. You can also start another way. Like in my life, I had a chance to visit a lot of art exhibitions. Right.
I have visited.
Uh,
If you have
I
lots
have.
of, yeah,
I
I have
Okay. Yeah.
visited
In my life,
lots
I
of
had a chance. In
exhibitions.
my life, I have had a
I
chance to
visited.
visited a lot of art
To
exhibitions.
is visit, not there's no, it's just the original form of the verb if you use to. So always
All right.
remember that you cannot say to visited. You say, yeah, in my life, I had the chance to visit.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Thank you to all for
if
correcting me. I like that.
I think Ma'am Rita, if using add had visited is like a past perfect tense, right?
Mhm.
Because
Yes, past perfect tense.
a past perfect tense, if we use had visited, if we just use visited, it's a past tense. It's a simple
Past
past tense.
tense, past simple tense. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I visited.
Yeah.
Should,
Yeah.
You know,
when
guys, in this platform, we cannot learn if if we explain about all these things because it's gonna overwhelm our brain. So it's better this in this platform you practice your fluency, and then when it comes to grammar, when it comes to pronunciation, practice it separately. So, for example, we're talking about different kinds of verb tenses. So we're talking about perfect tense, past perfect, okay, present perfect, past perfect, or past continuous, or something like that. So you study that separately. And then after learning, when you come here, try to apply it. And
All
it's
right.
pretty
All right.
rewarding, you know, because if we
Yes.
talk about this and we spend a lot of time and we still don't remember anything. I mean, after we leave here, we forget. And what was that? So, but if you focus on one thing, and then after that, you have a chance to apply it, like here, apply it. And then the retention is more, like maybe 95% of retention. You won't forget what you have learned.
All right.
Just
All
okay.
right.
Okay. And now it's
thank
super.
you, thank you.
You're welcome. So Prasad, it's your turn. So you can start speaking right away because I sent you your cue card already. It's about describe a time you were sleepy but had to stay awake. Bullet points, when it happened, why you were sleepy, why you had to stay awake, and how you stayed awake. Okie dokie. Now your time starts and you can start speaking. Go.
Well, well, in my life, I visited many places, but most of the time I felt sleepy in the public transport. Whenever I got any transport or any other different kinds of vehicle, in generally I feel sleepy. But today I'm going to talk about a time I unable to sleep in this transport because there is a lot of sound. It has happened a few months ago when I visited the capital city of Dhaka uh, by using the public car. At the time, I felt really bored because the driver makes a huge sound and I can't sleep at all. These things really irritated me. On top of that, it is quite long journey, so I feel really uh, distracted me because I used to sleep almost every time when I visit any places by using the any kind of vehicle, especially the bus or airways. Sorry, ma'am, it's a quite difficult topic. I
That's
cannot
fine.
find
That's
any
fine.
place.
Super sad. Yeah. I experienced the same. We get mental blocked and all of a sudden we cannot say anything anymore. And what would I say next? Anyways, so that's why this platform is very helpful because it
Sure,
can
sure, sure.
it can train us how to.
And I'm really grateful to you. Let me one thing. When the pandemic started, during the pandemic started, I had a chance to spoke British teacher.
To speak.
Yes,
We had
yes,
a chance to speak. Remember when we
exactly.
used to, don't, okay, sorry. When you
All
use
right,
to, it's always in the base form of the verb. So don't
all
change
right.
it into another
Okay.
tense. Okay, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you. We're gonna close soon.
Okay, okay. Her name is Carol.
Mhm.
He taught me without any cost. I really appreciate her, and
Mhm.
I also appreciate you to give me chance to talk with her. So I think it's a great place to practicing and improve my English.
Mhm.
Thank you so
Okay.
much,
And
and
you
I
can
wish you a
also,
good health.
You can
Sorry?
also practice on your own, like outside
Yes,
of
yes,
this, because
yes,
we
yes.
have time limit here, so it's not enough for each of you, each of
All
us.
right, ma'am.
Okay, guys, so I have to go. I need to rush off now. I still have errands to do. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time. So our next practice would be Monday.
All right, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
Bye
you
you,
for now.
to
guys.